I wish I could stop that guy. I wish that guy died, but the shit talkers get all the money. The shit talkers get all the attention.
Yeah.
The shit talkers get everything. We get a bad rap, but we get everything else.
Mike Tyson just shattered Jake Paul's world, and it wasn't even close. Jake's been floating around like he's untouchable, lost in some fantasy where money equals invincibility. But Tyson, he saw right through it. That legendary instinct kicked in, and he exposed the truth behind Jake's little scheme. And yeah, it's ugly. Jake had this absurd plan to cheat the system. Throwing piles of cash around like that alone could make him unbeatable. But Tyson, with 4 decades of knockout wisdom, dropped a reality check so hard it'll echo through Jake's family tree. His grandkids might just change their last name after this.
Wanting to see me fail for literally like nothing. Like they're suing me for something I didn't do.
Now Jake Paul's out here crying his eyes out after getting exposed, and for a split second, I almost felt bad for him. He looked like some lost little puppy, all sad and innocent, like he had no idea what he was doing. But then reality slapped me back to my senses. Yeah, I've got a brain, and it's screaming that Jake's crocodile tears aren't fooling anybody. The evidence is stacked high, and let's be honest, this guy's been a manipulator since day one. For years in the boxing world, and he's still the same loudmouth, cocky kid who never learned to respect his elders.
You heard it right, mother. I'm fighting Mike Tyson.
Isn't it all just a little too much? Out of 11 fights, Jake Paul's somehow pulled off 10 wins, with 7 of them ending in TKOs. On paper, it looks like he's steamrolling his way into boxing stardom. A so-called powerhouse knocking out opponents left and right. But scratch beneath the surface, and things start to look off. Because people aren't just cheering, they're questioning. Are these wins actually legit? 7 TKOs in a row. That's the kind of streak that feels more scripted than earned. And the boxing world's taking notice, wondering if Jake's victories are being decided more outside the ring than inside it. Then there's the mess with his recent fight against Mike Perry. The moment it ended, the rumor mill exploded. Bribery, corruption, backroom deals, you name it. And to make things even murkier, Jake came in overweight, just like Perry called out. Coincidence? Or just another piece in a growing pile of shady signs?
185, I'm damn near perfect here. Perfect platinum at 185. So Darren Till, he ain't gonna answer that call because he had time off too. Jake Paul, 230 pounds. Do I need to put some weight on and go fight somebody? You know, who? I'll fight anybody. Bare knuckle, they won't come do it with me. So what do I gotta do to, a star is born. I'm in Hollywood right now, bro. Put me in the movies. Don't nobody want to.
It sounds like something straight out of a cheesy sports movie, but when you're talking about boxing, where money and fame reign supreme, nothing's off the table. The fact that these rumors even exist casts a big, ugly shadow over Jake Paul's so-called winning streak. Winning fair and square is one thing, but when whispers of rigged fights and shady backroom deals start circulating, it's a whole different ballgame. Now, let's break down what a TKO actually is. A TKO, or technical knockout, happens when the referee steps in and stops the fight, usually because one fighter can't defend themselves or has taken too much damage. It's not a dramatic KO, it's a safety call. And Tyson, he's made it very clear how he feels about those kinds of wins. In an interview on August 12, 2024, Tyson didn't sugarcoat it. He called TKO wins a cop-out, a way to dodge the true test of a fighter's heart and grit. To him, a TKO is like winning by default. The ref steps in before things get gritty, before the fight really shows who's got what it takes. So when Jake racks up 7 TKO wins out of 10, Tyson's not impressed. He sees it as weakness, not strength. Because a real win in Tyson's eyes is when your opponent is out cold, laid flat on the canvas, no debate, no excuses. Anything less, that's just taking the shortcut. Which brings us to Tyson's latest power move, a game-changing demand that's shaking up the entire fight. At a press conference on August 22, 2024, at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Tyson made it crystal clear. This fight will only end by knockout. No TKO safety nets, no referee saves. Just one man hitting the canvas. And for Jake Paul, that's a nightmare. A KO means you've got to hit hard enough to put your opponent down for good. No ifs, ands, or buts. By eliminating TKOs from the equation, Tyson is forcing Jake to do what he's never truly had to do. earn a real knockout. No shortcuts. No early stoppages, just raw power and grit. This isn't just a fight anymore, it's a proving ground. A test to see who actually belongs in the ring. As Tyson put it, this is about who's got the heart to finish it the right way.
The shit talkers get all the money. The shit talkers get all the attention.
Yeah.
The shit talkers get everything. We get a bad rap, but we get everything else.
Let's be real. This new KO-only rule has Jake sweating bullets. He was riding high, running his mouth like he was untouchable. But now, reality just slapped him square in the face. Word on the street is his camp's gone into panic mode. Think about it. Jake's entire boxing career has leaned on TKO wins. Those moments where the ref steps in and saves the day. But now, with the KO-only rule in place, he's entering uncharted territory. This isn't about landing a few flashy shots and hoping the fight gets stopped. This is about delivering a real knockout, raw power, pinpoint accuracy, and enough grit to finish the job. And Tyson? He didn't stop there. On August 26, 2024, he threw another wrench in Jake's game plan. Random drug testing? Just 1 week before the fight, Tyson announced Jake would be subjected to completely unannounced drug tests. No warning, no dodging. And for Jake, that's nothing short of a nightmare. At this point, even Dana White was taking notice, and he had something to say that grabbed Tyson's full attention.
I believe that you're a cheater, and I believe that you use steroids. So I want to randomly steroid test you.
He's been under the microscope for months, with critics pointing fingers at his physique and questioning his stamina, whispering that maybe Jake isn't as natural as he claims. But now, with random drug testing on the table, Jake's got nowhere to hide. There's no gaming the system, no prepping in advance, because that test could come at any time. And that uncertainty is the kind of pressure that breaks fighters long before they ever step into the ring. Here's how Jake responded.
He take it. I don't know. No, I'm just messing with you.
This nigga looks like a hot pocket, bro. Everyone says he be doing type of PEDs, and I be in a crib.
Tyson's concerns about Jake's physical condition aren't just for show. They're grounded in what everyone's starting to see. Lately, Jake's looking less like the chiseled fighter we've come to expect and more like someone who's been skipping gym days. He's been spotted more at parties than in training camps, constantly surrounded by his entourage instead of breaking a sweat. His stamina's under fire, and fans are starting to notice Jake's not the machine he once claimed to be.
Be in good shape because your health depends on it.
Hey, you're the one that wanted 8 2-minute rounds. You want?
Tyson's not just throwing shade, he's throwing down a challenge. He's basically telling Jake, get serious or get flattened. No more shortcuts, no more excuses. On the flip side, Jake Paul, once seen as boxing's golden boy with all the hype and a promising future, is starting to look, well, a little soft around the edges. That one shredded physique, it's clearly seen better days. And people are noticing this isn't tabloid gossip. It's right there in plain sight. Back on April 10th, 2024, during a training session in Miami, cameras caught Jake looking noticeably heavier, like he'd been logging more hours at the buffet than the boxing gym. Those sculpted muscles he used to flex. Now, they're starting to resemble marshmallows. And that's not the look of a top-tier fighter ready for war.
Oh, he's in his prime, he's fat. He should be lean and mean, he's fat and funky. I saw him with his shirt off the other day, he's fat. I thought, did you start training already?
Buster Douglas was fat, am I right?
I know, but you're no Buster Douglas. He's not gonna win.
But this isn't just about Jake packing on a few extra pounds. It's a flashing red warning light that something's seriously off in his training camp. Insiders close to his team have started whispering that Jake's been struggling to keep up with the grueling demands of elite-level prep. And that added weight. It's not just surface fluff, it's a sign of slipping standards. We're talking fading muscle tone, diminished conditioning, and, most concerning of all, a lack of real commitment. It's like the fire that once pushed Jake into the ring has fizzled out, and now he's just coasting, banking on his fame to carry him through. And of course, Mike Tyson had something to say, because when has Tyson ever held back? At a press conference on August 18th, 2024, he led into Jake with classic Tyson bluntness and didn't mince a single word.
Very scareful, yeah.
But Tyson didn't stop at calling out Jake's soft new look. He took it even further, delivering a ruthless reality check that had to send chills down Jake's spine. Tyson's punches, they're not just powerful, they're deadly, and backed by decades of ring experience. If Jake doesn't get serious, He's not just going to lose, he's going to wake up staring at the lights, wondering what just hit him. And Tyson wasn't just handing out warnings for Jake, he had some fire for his critics. 2. The ones questioning whether a 58-year-old has any business being in the ring. Most men his age are kicking back, enjoying retirement. But Tyson, he's still lacing up gloves and reminding the world that age is just a number. At that same August 23rd press conference, Tyson silenced the room with a single line, a bold declaration that made even the skeptics sit up and listen.
If you think I'm too old for this fight, you need to come tell me in my face. Whoa.
Talk about a mic drop moment. You could practically hear the gulping from across the room. Tyson wasn't just making a statement. He was issuing a challenge. And let's be real, who's bold enough to take it? No one in there, right? Mine would dare question Tyson's ability to his face, especially not when he's staring you down with that unmistakable fire in his eyes. That wasn't just confidence, that was a warning.